It is week 8, and we are almost halfway done here in the Creators Cup. In today's game, the 1985 Chicago Bears against 1991 Detroit. We haven't been able to show Detroit really a lot, and now we have a chance as Detroit is playing a big game. Two division leaders, and for Chicago it looks a lot bigger than Detroit, because Detroit has a little bit of room of margin of error, but Chicago is tied. They're getting, Baltimore's playing well, Dallas is playing well in the CIRO 329 division. The Oakland Raiders, they lost one, but they're right there with Chicago. So taking a look at all of the standings in the Florio division, the surprise Bengals are 6-1. And they're going to be playing today. St. Louis again. The Houston Oilers, they got to get going, because right now them and Buffalo are both 3-4 and at the very bottom, and they don't want to be left out. Detroit is 1. Miami, Houston, and Dallas are all fighting for that second and final spot. Chicago's number 1. Oakland, Baltimore, and Dallas are all fighting for that second spot. In Super Bowl tournament division, look at this. Denver 1, San Francisco 2. Minnesota, they have a big game against San Francisco today. If Minnesota wins, that whole division is up in the air. In the other conference, there really is no difference, because they're going to mix all the teams up. The New York Giants 1 and San Francisco is 2. Oakland and Dallas are fighting for the last playoff spot. The Al Red Sox fan, the 76 Patriots, and the 80 Cleveland Browns, the 83 Green Bay Packers. They're a great offense. 7 games are almost averaging 30 a game. Offensively, Green Bay, look at those numbers. They just beat Phoenix 52-49. None of these games are overtime. And they're at the Giants. That could be a high-scoring one there. The Stokes division, you have Dallas and then Minnesota drop-off, Washington and Phoenix. And then the Slovak division, Green Bay is undefeated, and then Pittsburgh, Washington, and Miami. Taking a look, the only undefeated team left is the 6-0 Green Bay Packers. And we're about ready to go. And we're about ready to go here, and taking a look at week number 8, the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants, New York and Washington, Houston and New England, San Francisco and Oakland, Oakland and Pittsburgh, that's a big rivalry game, Cleveland and Cincinnati, St. Louis and Dallas, that might be surprisingly tough for them, Dallas at Phoenix, Baltimore at Houston, Miami and Buffalo. That's our game, is Chicago and Detroit. Dallas and Washington, Minnesota and Green Bay. San Diego and Denver, and San Francisco and Minnesota. But Chicago and Detroit, Walter Payton versus Barry Sanders. We're going to be ready to go in the Silverdome, and we're going to be underway. Eddie Murray will kick off, and we're underway. High and deep. Oh, not even deep. It is short. Here's Dennis Gentry, and Dennis Gentry. It'll be 1st down and 10. 1st and 10 now for Chicago. McMahon to Walter Payton on the run, and here's Walter. Down to the 36 and a 1st down. So 1st down and 10. McMahon to throw. McMahon from BYU. He can't hit Marjoram. Can't hit Marjoram. It'll be 2nd down and 10. They go to Payton. Payton on a run, and down he goes. He gets 3. third down and 7. McMahon, and no, he couldn't hit McKinnon. Will they go for it or kick? They're going to kick Kevin Butler. And Butler, it is up over, and he missed it wide left. Kevin Butler has just missed it wide left. And Chicago misses their first attempt. So it'll be on the spot. Rodney Peete, the quarterback, now gives to Barry, and nothing there. They're going to be after Barry Sanders. He's one of the best that ever lived. 2nd and 12. Peete. Rodney, he goes to far. And there's a flag.
Flag on the play.
That'll be an automatic first down, so that won't count, but it will. The penalty yardage will. First down, Peete. Rodney Peete running over. Rodney Peete, this is going to be a long throw. He's got Bud Perriman. Perriman down to the 23 and a first down. 1st and 10 for Detroit. It's their turn to move down the field. Barry, and look at Barry go, and he gets about 5. 2nd down and 5. For Detroit, Peete again to throw. Peete no good. How good are the 1991 Lions? 3rd down and 5 if they win today. The blitz is on. Rodney throws. No. Now they're going to kick a field goal. 25 yards. Eddie Murray. It is up, it is over, and it is good. 3-0 Detroit. They lead Chicago. And how big that is. And Eddie Murray, here's the kick. If Detroit wins today, you know they can beat anybody. And here's Willie Gault. Gault again. Gault will go. And up to about the 29 to the 30. 1st and 10. McMahon. Nothing. 2nd down and 13. 2nd and 13. McMahon again. McMahon deep. Come on. No. Detroit's defense playing really well. It's going to be 3rd down. McMahon out of the gun. And nothing there. Marjoram can't get it. And they have not been doing anything well early. Detroit has been playing very well. High and a deep kick. And here's Mel Gray. Mel Gray, very good returner. 1st and 10. For Detroit, the blitz is on. Peete can't hit Perriman. There's a flag. It'll be on Detroit. That first drive was good for Detroit. Here's Peete again. The throw. They got Clark. Robert Clark, he got 7. And of course, Detroit wants to make this. They give to Sanders. Everybody knew that was happening. They blitzed. 3rd and 16. Here's Rodney back to throw, and he can't hit Green. Now they're going to have to kick. So Arnold the kick, and here it is. High and deep. And a good kick. Here's Taylor, a good return. All right, return. 9 yards. So Chicago will take over. It'll be 1st down and 10. McMahon to McKinnon. Get a gain of 6. Chicago not doing too much on the first 2 possessions. The first one, they missed the field goal. Here's Walter. And that'll be a 1st down. Benny Blades with the stop. Remember, Benny Blades out of Miami. University of Miami, 1st down. McMahon and Walter. It'll be 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7. Walter, he gets a direct snap, and it's a 1st down and more. Here's Walter down to the 28. It'll be 1st down halfway through the 1st. McMahon, Walter, Payton again. It'll be 2nd down and 6. 2nd and 6. McMahon to Suey, nothing. It'll be 3rd and 7 now. McMahon back to throw, and no good. It's 4th down. They're going to try and kick again. Butler, and it is high up, and it is good. Kevin Butler has tied it at 3. Chicago looking okay on that drive, not as good as they wanted to be. That's the 2nd time they've drove down and had to kick a field goal. Here's Campbell, oh, he tripped. He's only to the 3. Quickly, you're going to take a look at New York and Green Bay scoring early. New England 7-0 over Houston. San Francisco 7-3 over Oakland. That's a division game. Cincinnati a 3-0 lead over Cleveland. Baltimore 7-0 over Houston. Dallas 7, St. Louis nothing. And Washington 2-0 over Dallas. And San Diego leading Denver 7-0. Minnesota 3-0 over San Francisco. 1st and 10 from their own 3. Sanders nothing. And the Fridge with the stop. 2nd and 11. Pete quickly, and he hits Robert Clark. They can breathe. Now it'll be 3rd down and 5. They got to get that 3rd and 5. They don't, they're going to be in trouble. Pete to Barry, he gets a 1st down and more. Look at Barry go up to the 25. 17 yards. And a 1st down. Rodney to Barry, here's Sanders, and he gets about 3. 2nd and 7. Pete again. Rodney, incomplete 3rd down. It'll be 3rd and 7. Another 3rd down. It's going to be quick. They can't get the green. It'll be 4th and 7, and Arnold will kick. And there it is, high and deep. And it'll be Taylor. 1st down, 3-3 game. McMahon to throw, and McKinnon, he can't get it. Penalty. Just going to do it again. 1st down and 10, and they move.
False start, offense.
It's a low-scoring defensive game. 1st and 15, McMahon, nothing. It'll be 2nd and 12. 2nd down and 12. Chicago now. They give it, here's Walter. Walter on the run, and Walter Payton. A gain of 14, it'll be 1st down. And 1st down for Chicago, they're driving again. McMahon, Walter, and a gain of 2. They're gonna hit Walter, but they gotta be careful. 2nd down and 8. There's Walter again, they know it's coming, but a nice run of 5, there's a flag.
Illegal procedure.
Oh, and it's on Chicago, 2nd and 13. They go to Walter, and this time he's not as good. 3rd and 13. McMahon to throw, and they got Bartram, and a 1st down. 1st and 10 now for Chicago. And in a far formation, McMahon to throw right down the middle. He's got Willie go! And Willie a 1st down, and now the clock is they got one more. McMahon Moorhead, and that's it. 3-3. Chicago is starting to drive really well. Inconsistently. Walter Payton. Payton is on course for 280 yards, I think. Peyton has 68 yards rushing. That's 272 yards for the game. It's 3-3, quickly looking at all the other ones. New York and Green Bay, 7-6 after one, scoreless in Washington. Between the Giants, they need that victory. Every victory in Act 1 conference is big. New England beating Houston 10-0. San Francisco beating Oakland 14-3. Pittsburgh 7-0 over Oakland. They need a win. Cleveland 14, Cincinnati 3. Baltimore 7-0 over Houston. Dallas and Phoenix. Dallas leading St. Louis. We told you that'd be a neat game to watch. And it's 14-7 there. Buffalo beating Miami. They need a win. Washington still beating Dallas. Minnesota, Green Bay, 0-0. Denver beating San Diego, 17-7. And Minnesota beating 87 San Francisco. Minnesota could be a great team. They lost one in a row. Denver is looking good there. So undefeated Green Bay. They're playing Minnesota. Let's see how that goes at Lambeau. And now we begin the second quarter. They go to Walter, and Walter on the run. It'll be 3rd down and 1. 3rd and 2. 3rd down and 2. McMahon, and he's got White. It's intercepted. Willie White, and there's a flag. They're going to decline, and Detroit will pick it up. This is how you pull an upset. It'll be 1st down. Rodney Peete, and there's a flag.
Delay of game. Offense.
They go half the distance. It'll be 1st and 14. Rodney, they go to Barry, and right to the line. They gain 1. It'll be 2nd and 13. And here's Peete again. Peete will throw. They got far to the 10. 3rd and 7. Peete to Sanders. And it'll be 4th and 4. And now they're going to have to kick, so they don't do anything with it. They just stop Chicago, and now they got a punt. And a nice punt, and a return by Taylor. Up to about the 49. 1st and 10 now. McMahon paid nothing. Jerry Ball with the stop. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Chicago having trouble. Here's Walter again. And Walter across midfield. It'll be 3rd and 8. This is where Detroit needs to stop Chicago. McMahon, they give to Walter. Walter on the run. He's short. It'll be 4th and 4. Now they got a punt. Here's Buford. And there it is. You would say kick a field goal. But in all honesty, right there, it's a touchdown. So Detroit gets a little breathing room at the 20-yard line. Peete on the run. He scrambles. Rodney Peete, and what a scramble. He gets 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2. And Rodney gives to Barry. Barry, did he get enough? Yes, he did. And it's a 1st down. So Detroit starting a little bit of a run here. Peete again. A quick throw. He's got Brett Perriman. Brett Perriman gets 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3. 2nd and 3. Peete to Sanders. Sanders, nothing. It'll be 3rd down. They got to throw it away. It's 3rd down and 3. 4 receivers. Sanders, did he get it? Yes, and a 1st down. 1st down for Detroit. Peete again to Sanders. Here's Barry, a gain of 5. There's a flag. And it'll be on Chicago, a 1st down. 8 minutes, 8:18 to go. Peete again to throw. There's a screen to Sanders. Here's Barry. Barry down to the 41. Detroit is driving. 7.5 to go. Pete to Sanders again. He loses one. It'll be 2nd and 12. They got a good kicker in Eddie Murray. 2nd down. Pete to throw. He's got Green, and he's got about 10. It'll be 3rd and 2. Remember, if Chicago wins, if Detroit wins, that'll show that they're up there with Chicago and that they can win the big games. That'll make them dangerous in the playoffs if they make it. 3rd and 2. Pete, did he make it? No, it's 4th and 1. Will they kick, go for it? What will they do? Eddie Murray from 41, from 40 yards. Eddie Murray, it is up and it is good. Eddie Murray has just made a 40-yard field goal, and Detroit a 6-3 lead. Wow, we're going to check the scores after this. As Detroit 6, Chicago 3, and here's Willie. Willie go. Here's Willie go. Up to about the 38. Quickly, all the scores. New York leading Green Bay 10-9. Washington 7-0 over the Giants, a big upset. New England 24-0 in an upset. Cleveland, this is the week of upsets. Cleveland beating Cincinnati, that's a big upset. Pittsburgh beating Oakland. They won 2 in a row. They're trying to win 3 in a row. Oakland and San Francisco, they're holding on. Dallas, a huge upset over St. Louis. Phoenix trying to upset Dallas. How many of these will hold? Houston of 89 trying to beat Baltimore. Minnesota trying to beat Green Bay 14-0. That would be a major upset. Dallas beating Washington 14-9. Miami and Buffalo 7-7. 7-7 there. Denver and San Diego, a scoring game there. And Minnesota trying to beat 87 San Francisco. Minnesota 1st and goal on a Green Bay 15. They must have jumped off sides or something. So it'll be 1st down from the 38 right now. The Bears being upset, and Walter Payton gets a couple. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2nd down and 8. McMahon to throw. McMahon, he's going to throw. He's got McKinnon, and it's going to be a 1st down. Dennis McKinnon. So they're going to be driving near midfield. McMahon, the play action. And he tried to hit Payton out of the backfield. Right now, Detroit holding on to a lead. That's the best thing I can say. They give to Walter in a few yards. It'll be 3rd down. There's a penalty.
Flag on the play.
It's going to be on Detroit. Detroit with a personal foul, and that's tough. 1st down and 10, Chicago. McMahon to Payton. Here's Walter. Walter on the near side, down to the 25. It'll be 2nd down and 3. 2nd and 3 with 4 minutes to go. Walter again. Walter, that's going to be a 1st down to the 15. Chicago is driving again. 1st down and 10. McMahon, and that's going to be on Detroit. Detroit is just destroying themselves.
Defense.
So it'll be 1st and 5. McMahon to Payton. Payton again to the 7. 2nd and 2. McMahon, here's Thomas, and that'll be 1st and goal. 1st down and goal. And here's McMahon to give to Walter. Walter scores. There's a flag. Oh, and it's going to be on Detroit. It'll be enforced on the kickoff. So it's 9-6. And here's Kevin Butler. The extra point. It is up, over, and good. All the way down the field, they score. Now, there was a personal foul. So they're going to be kicking off on the 45. So Butler will kick it deep. He's just going to lay back and kick it into the end zone. And Mel Gray will take a knee. 1st down and 10. Detroit is now down. They're down by 4. It'll be 2nd down and 9, and that'll be They're going to run a play. 2nd and 9. Pete, here's Barry in a few yards. 2 minutes. It's Chicago 10, Detroit 6. And taking a look now at the scores, Green Bay's winning. Washington is still winning. New England leading Houston 24-14. San Francisco leading Oakland by 1. Steelers beating Oakland. That's big. Cleveland all over Cincinnati. Well, you know Cincinnati will be coming back. Dallas up by 7 and they're driving. Phoenix tied with Dallas. Again, we told you Phoenix is one of the toughest teams. They'd haven't won a game, but they're a tough team. Baltimore and Houston 10-7. They're beating Baltimore. It's a day of upsets. Minnesota didn't score on the 1st and goal. So 14-0 they lead Green Bay. Dallas beating Washington at 91. Miami beating Buffalo. Denver 24-10 over San Diego. And Minnesota over San Francisco 13-10. 2 minutes to go. Rodney Peete, he goes to Clark, and here's Clark, and that'll be a first down to the 45. Robert Clark. 1st down and 10 for Detroit. Peete again to throw. Rodney Peete incomplete. 2nd and 10 for Detroit. Peete again. Peete will throw. He's got Clark. Incomplete. 3rd down. 3rd down and 10. Rodney Peete, he throws to the other side. He's got Clark. It'll be short. Barely short. Now they're going to punt. And he was out of bounds. Here's Arnold. And Arnold, in the end zone. Let's see what Chicago does. It'll be 1st and 10. McMahon. And they couldn't throw to Peyton. 2nd down and 10. Back to throw. McMahon again. He's got Dennis McKinnon. And he gets 6. 3rd down and 4. 3rd and 4. McMahon to Moorhead. Stopped short. It'll be 4th and 5. Detroit calls timeout. They have 2 left. And Buford will kick. And there's Mel Gray. And Mel fumbles. Chicago's got it. Chicago's got it. Mel Gray fumbled. And now Chicago can take a bigger lead. McMahon down the middle. Marjoram. And there he is. Marjoram down to the 17th. And a timeout, Chicago. McMahon down the middle. He's got McKinnon to the 1. And another timeout. 1 timeout left. McMahon. They want to go up 17-6. McMahon, touchdown to Moorhead. Well, you saw what a fumble can do. And it is 16-6. Butler, the extra point. And up, over, and good. Well, it's 17-6, and for Detroit, that was bad. That was really bad. What you didn't want. And it'll be over to the 10-yard line. Here's Mel Gray. And Mel to the 30. 1st down and 10. They got 1 timeout. They got to throw it down the field. There's Perriman. It'll be 2nd and 7. 2nd down and 7, and they move.
False start. Offense.
So 2nd down and 12. Peete to throw. Deep. He's got Brett. 3rd and 2. Timeout Detroit. Peete again. They moved early. And that'll be on Barry Sanders. But it doesn't matter. They're just going to kick. 15 seconds to go. And there's a high deep punt. I think Chicago wants to just take a knee here or run the football. McMahon, they give it to Peyton, they run. Here's Walter, and he gets a few. Chicago, a little breathing room. They want to give it to Matsui for some reason, and that's the half. Chicago 17, Detroit 6. Walter Payton already. Walter has 118 yards rushing, on pace for 236. He's definitely winning that battle. Whereas on the other side, Barry Sanders only with 29 yards. That is it. I mean, when you look at this, the turnover by Chicago and Detroit, though, the Melgrave fumble, that hurt. That really did. Chicago's only got 1 third down. And the time of possession, you can see Chicago and Detroit. So halftime, really quickly. New York leading Green Bay 17-16. The New York Giants, you can see 41 yards. A 3rd down and 10 from Fran. So Fran threw it right to Houston, and he outrun everybody. Washington, look at this. Larry Brown, the 5-yard run. They're leading New York. New England beating Houston. Oakland all over beating San Francisco. Pittsburgh 10-0. Cleveland 21-3, pulling the upset. And Ozzie Newsome they're on the road. And from Brian Sipe, so Dallas beating St. Louis. And Dallas beating Phoenix. So the Phoenix Cardinals, they're trying to get their first win. Houston 10-7, Minnesota 14-3. Washington 16-14 over Dallas. Miami 14-10 over Buffalo. Denver leading San Diego by 10. And Minnesota up big on San Francisco. We go to the second half. Detroit is down by 11. They were only down by 4. And then the fumble. Here's Campbell. And up to the 25. 1st and 10, Chicago leading. And they go to far, it's incomplete. Detroit is starting to get smacked around. 2nd down, Pete goes to Barry, trying to get him run. And here comes Barry up to the 39 and the 1st down. They needed that. They really did need that. They need a drive. They need to score a touchdown. And they also need the 2. Pete again. Rodney, he's going deep. He's got 5. 1st down and more. They're throwing it just like Miami did last week. And that was a loss for Chicago. It'll be 1st down. Pete, and they move. What do you expect? What do you expect?
False start. Offense.
1st and 15. And they do it again.
False start. Offense.
And that hurts. Now it's NFL blitz. 1st and 20. Here's Barry, and that would have been a nice 4 or 5 yard gain. But now they need 20. It's 2nd and 16. Here's Pete. Pete to Sanders. And down he goes, a gain of 5. Should be 3rd and 1, but it's 3rd and 11. Pete again to throw. Pete deep down the field to far. Nope. And here comes Eddie Murray. Eddie, this will be from 41. And it goes to the right. It's no good. Wow. 17-6. So they really blew that opportunity. McMahon to Dennis Gentry. A first down and more, down to the 35, down to the 30, 25, 20 years. Dennis Gentry to the 10. Oh my, 48 yards. And it is a little quiet in here. McMahon to throw. He's got Walt. He fumbles though, and it's now Detroit. So a second big Chicago turnover, and now they got to do something about it. They got to do something about it. It'll be 1st and 10. Remember, that's going to be on Chicago, 1st and 5. Remember, beforehand, they got one before, and they went 3 and out. They don't want to do that. 1st down. Pete, they give to Barry Sanders, nothing. It'll be 2nd down and 5. 2nd and 5. Back to throw. And they throw, and that's incomplete. 3rd and 5. Pete, they give to Barry, and nothing. They go 3 and out again, and that's what killed them. Arnold to kick. Now they moved. So even if they get a fumble, it's all bad here. Chicago will have it on their own 49. Go ahead, take it on the 50. They will decline.
Offense.
So here comes Chicago. McMahon. And incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And McMahon. He's going to throw it. It is deep. It is Willie Galt. No good. Penalty. And it'll be ineligible, so Detroit will make him do it again. 2nd and 15. Walter, he had 118 yards in the first half. And I don't know if he'll have that now. 3rd and 12. McMahon to throw, and he does. Bartram at the 1st down. Chicago looking good. 1st and 10, McMahon. Back, they go to Peyton, and 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. So McMahon, they go to Peyton, and down he goes. It'll be 3rd and 14. 3rd and 14. McMahon to Moorhead, and that's his field goal yard. It'll be 4th and 7. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's McMahon. He throws, and he's got McKinnon. No good. And Detroit will get it back. Quickly. Green Bay now beating New York 19-17. Washington trying to hold off the Giants. New England 24-14 over Houston. Cleveland all over Cincinnati, but Cincinnati is driving. The Steelers lead 10-0. Oakland up by a point on San Francisco. Dallas leading St. Louis. Dallas leading Phoenix. And again, a second half drop-off. Houston 17-7. Miami leading Buffalo. Washington beating Dallas. Finally for them, Minnesota beating Green Bay. Remember, Green Bay is driving now. They're undefeated. They're the last undefeated team. Denver is up on San Diego 34-24, and Minnesota 23-10. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Detroit. Pete to Clark, and that's a good gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3, Rodney to Barry. And 3rd and 4. Well, the clock is ticking. 3rd down and 4. Pete to Barry. That could be a 1st down. It is. And Barry Sanders to the 49. 1st and 10 for Detroit. Back to throw. Rodney. He throws deep, and it's all he had. Perriman. There's a flag. Maybe he was tripped. They're going to call it holding. It's going to be a first down. Here comes Detroit again. Under 6 minutes to go. Pete to Barry, nothing. There have been so many times I thought Detroit was dead, and they're still holding on. Second down. That'll be on Chicago. Barry Sanders. It'll be now 2nd and 5 on the penalty. 2nd and 5. Pete. Oh, he had far. It'll be 3rd down. 3rd down and 5. 5:03 to go. Pete to Teno. He's short. Maybe they go for it. It would be 41 yards. They're going to go for it. 4th and 1. And they move. What a way to just absolutely blow an opportunity. 47 yards for Eddie Murray. Eddie. It is up, and he missed it to the left. If you can do everything in the world for Detroit to not pull an upset, fumbles, missed field goals, penalties, you deserve to lose. And they do. And it'll be first down. That is why they're 4 and 3. McMahon. And they gain a 1. 2nd down and 9. 2nd and 9. McMahon. Peyton again. Here's Walter. And down to the 45, 46. 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. McMahon. Marshall and a first down to the 31. 1st and 10. And McMahon. He goes to Suey. It'll be 2nd and 7. 2nd down and 7. McMahon to Peyton. Peyton up the middle. And it'll be 3rd and 2. Tackled by Hayworth. Walter Payton starting to get solid yardage. A play action. McMahon to McKinnon and a first down. Chicago's going to need a touchdown on this drive. Not just a field goal to put Detroit away. And Walter just gets back to the line. 2nd and 10. McMahon to go, nothing. 3rd and 9. This is a big 3rd and 9. McMahon trying to put the Lions away, and he doesn't. They're going to have to kick. 4th and 9. Here's Kevin Butler. And up, over, and good. It's still 2 touchdowns. So it's 2 scores. And here's Butler, the kick. High and deep. And it'll go to the 11. Campbell. And it'll be 1st and 10. That'll be the end of the 3rd. The end of the 3rd quarter, Chicago 20, Detroit 6. If it weren't for the 2 of 4 field goals, the 9 penalties, and the costly turnover, they'd be in this thing. So taking a look right now everywhere else, Green Bay now leading New York. They're averaging 30 a game, and it's 27-7. They win there, they're 3 and 5. Don't count them out. Washington tied with New York at the end of 3. New England leading by 13. Oakland by 1 over San Francisco. The Steelers 10-0. Cincinnati, there's the comeback. There's the comeback. St. Louis is tied Dallas, and 95 Dallas just overwhelming Phoenix. They're going to score again there. Houston of 89, they're beating Baltimore 20-7. Miami leading Buffalo. Buffalo cannot afford to lose that game, and that would be a big win for Miami. Dallas beating Washington. That is big. They've won 2 in a row. Minnesota beating Green Bay. Denver up 44-27 on San Diego. And Minnesota leading San Francisco. That's a big one. 4th quarter, here's Detroit, 1st and 10. Barry, and there's Barry Sanders up to the 45. First down and 10, they're down by 14. Pete, here's Barry, and Barry on the run. Gain of 3, it'll be second down and 7. They need 2 touchdowns. Rodney Pete right down the far, no good. Third and 7. And they move. 10th penalty.
False start. Offense.
10th penalty, it'll be third down and 12, and they're the home team. Pete gets sacked. Richard Dent. And now they're going to kick to Arnold, will punt, and there it is. Oh my goodness. And Taylor to the 23. First and 10 for Chicago. McMahon to Peyton up the middle. They got to suck some time off of this clock. It'll be second and 7. They go to Walter again. He hasn't had the big runs of the first half, but he's been solid. Third and 3. They might go back to him. McMahon, there's a flag. It doesn't matter. It's offside.
Offsides. Defense.
So Detroit with their 11th penalty. McMahon, the Lightning. It's second and 8. Second down and 8. McMahon, they get to Suey. Nothing there. Third down and 9. Peyton, and there he runs to the 41. And they're going to kick. 20-6, Chicago leads Detroit. Into the 18. First and 10. Sanders. It'll be second down and 12. Rodney Pete. Can't get it. Third down. Third and 12. 20-6. Pete, deep. He's got Brent Perriman in the first down. You know, this is one of those frustrating games where it seems like it should be a blowout, but Detroit is still in, and they keep teasing that they're going to do it. It'll be first down. Pete, they go to Barry, and he only gets a yard. They keep teasing that they're going to get these, that they're going to score and tie this up, but then they butcher it. Here's Barry, and up to the 41. Third down. Third and 6. Pete to throw. They got Clark, and they miss it. And now they're going to punt. Arnold. And there it is, high and deep. 20-6, Ortega will get it quickly. Green Bay leading New York by 7, tied. The Giants of 86 are still tied. New England, it's only a 6-point game. San Francisco by 7. The Steelers 10-0. Look at Cincinnati. They're coming back. And Dallas and St. Louis, there could be some overtime games today. Dallas leading Washington 35-26. Denver 47-34, but San Diego's first and goal on the 3. And that is a great game. We have all the way the crazy games, and then we have Pittsburgh 10-0. This game is more frustrating than anything. You think that the Detroit Lions would be out of it, and they keep trying to nitpick in. There's Walter, and a nice run. A gain of 9. A couple first downs will be trouble time-wise. Suey a first down. Matt Suey. First and 10. McMahon to Peyton. Second and 10. Second and 10. McMahon again, they go to Willie. It'll be third and 4. McMahon, there's Walter, and a first down and more. And there it is. There's a flag. and an illegal block.
Offense.
So it'll be 3rd and 14. My, that would have been a first down. That would have been a sealer. And incomplete. Penalty. Oh.
Defense.
Well, their 12th of the day is probably the one that dooms them. They had him stop there getting the ball back. McMahon can't get it to go. It'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now for Detroit, for Chicago. And up to the 41, 3rd down and 4. The clock goes to 5 minutes, 3rd and 4. McMahon, no good. And will Detroit actually get it back now, or will they jump off sides? They're going to get it back. Buford. And the kick. Here's Mel. And they need 2 touchdowns. They don't need 2-point conversions, but they need 2 touchdowns. Here's Pete. Rodney to Green. No. They need to go for everything now. 2nd and 10. And that'll be on Chicago.
Encroachment. Defense.
2nd and 5. And Rodney back to throw. And they can't hit Berry. 3rd and 5. Pete to throw. They go quickly to Clark. No good. Are they going to go for it? They are. 4th and 5. Pete, they go to Tennell and a first down. Here's Tennell up to the 48. Again, Detroit will not die. They do so many dumb things, but yet they will not get out of this game. Pete again. Pete will go to far, and it's caught. They got to hurry it up. Another first down. 4 minutes to go. Pete again. There's no room for a field goal. They go to Clark. No good. It'll be 2nd down and 10. 2nd and 10. Pete, down he goes. 3rd and 16. They got to hurry. They have 2 downs to try and do this. Down the middle to Brent. They can't do it. And they got one more chance. One more. And they're going to punt, actually. And Arnold. He'll be high and over. And they got 3 timeouts. They got to use them. First down for Chicago. Here's Peyton on a run, and Peyton a first down. They're going to get to the 2-minute warning, maybe. McMahon to Peyton. And he got 2. Detroit will use their first. They're going to use them now. McMahon, here's Thomas. There's a gain of 3. 3rd and 5. McMahon to Peyton, and down he goes. And another timeout. No, they're going to let it run. Buford, and high and deep. And it is deep to Mel Gray. Well, they got 1 timeout. They need 2 touchdowns. They haven't been able to score one all day. Rodney Pete. There's the fake throw. They go to Green. A first down and out of bounds. 2 minutes. Detroit, they just won't die. They keep acting like they can win this game. And it is 20-6. Quickly, Green Bay's going to win. Well, look at that. Washington is on the Giants 47. New England, they might win. Cincinnati, oh, Cleveland might win. Pittsburgh, Oakland has to drive to tie. San Francisco and Oakland are tied at 30. Dallas, St. Louis tied. Phoenix, how did they get the lead? How did they do it? It was 28-13 in the 4th quarter. And then Smith from Lomax, and then a fumble. Oh, what a big fumble. Aikman to Emmitt Smith, he fumbled. And then Jones from Neil Lomax. And good night. then the interception by Tim McDonald. And that was big. And Stump Mitchell, Stumpy, a 1-yard run, and good night. Oh my goodness, they got a lead. Should have gone for 2. Houston leads Baltimore. Minnesota leading Green Bay. They're on the 2-yard line. They could come back. Dallas leading Washington. Miami leading Buffalo. 3rd and 2 there. Look at this game, 50-41. 91 points, it's crazy. And Minnesota beating San Francisco. Well, 2 minutes here. This is a normal average 20-6 game. Pete the Clark. They gotta hurry. There's a penalty, so the clock will stop. And they hold for the 13th flag of the day. Oh, there's problems. There are problems. 1st and 20. Rodney will run. He's scrambling. He gets a few. He's got to get more than that. The clock will tick. 1:28. They hurry. Rodney again. He's going to throw. They have one timeout. They throw it deep. They got Brett. No good. 3rd and 14. 3rd and 14. Rodney Pete. Pete to throw, and it's intercepted. The game is over. Flip. And the game is over. Oh my. And all they're going to do is take a knee. Chicago will win the game 20-6. And now we're going to see all of the scores and everything. That's it. And we're going to reveal all the scores then. The game is over. Chicago Payton at 164 yards. It was a silent killing. They really smothered them, but Detroit, 13 penalties, 2 missed field goals. They couldn't hit a 3rd down. Their defense didn't play badly. It didn't play badly. They gave up 408 yards, but a lot of that was stupid mistakes. They punted 9 times. You roll your eyes because Detroit says if we had this again, it might be a different result. The achievements, P with 2,000 yards passing. He didn't throw a touchdown, break sack. Barry Sanders, 1,000 yards rushing on the season. He had a horrible game. And Payton has had 600-yard games on the year. When you look at the stats for Detroit and rushing, it was 70 yards for Sanders. And for Chicago, 164 for Payton. It was bad. It was really bad, 20-6. And that's it. Let's take a look at all the other games. Green Bay and New York. Green Bay ends up beating New York 33-27. They hold on. They were down early. They got up 33-20. They scored and got Green Bay recovered the onside kick. Phil Epps. 4 catches, 162 yards. Lynn Dickey was incredible. They're going to be a tough team if they get in the playoffs. So Green Bay is now 3-5. Holding on New York 429-324. New York and Washington in overtime. New York wins. Remember, it's a college overtime. They win here. You can see Washington had way more yards. New York just didn't bring it in this day. 13-0 Washington. They kicked the field goal with 18 seconds to go. Joe Morris from Phil Simms when they were down 13-3. They scored, and then it was 4th and 5, and they couldn't get it. And that is it. So they couldn't get it on 4th and 5. They lose in overtime. Remember, we used the college overtime rules. Houston and New England. New England 35-20. We use college overtime because it compensates for the kicking aspect and how older teams or kickers sucked. So you give them it on a 25. It's a good opportunity. And then there we go. New England is 5-3 now. Steve Grogan, 21-33, 4 touchdowns against the Houston Oilers. Earl Campbell. Campbell at 148 yards rushing. And it is New England 35, Houston 21. They pull away. San Francisco, Oakland wins the game over the 89 49ers. Kenny Stabler, the best quarterback in this game. 3 touchdowns. Incredible 506 yards of total offense. They might be one of the best teams in this game. Oakland in the 4th quarter, they tied it on a 22-yard pass. Oh man, kicked the field goal with 25 seconds to go, but here's the play to tie it. Ken Stabler, and there it was, right the cliff. 33-30, Oakland wins. The other Oakland Steelers, 17-10, Dwight White, 9 tackles, 4 for a loss. A very low scoring game. Very, very low. You take a look at this, it was the 4th quarter, a lot happening. It was a tie game. And then guess what Larry Anderson did with 13 seconds to go in a tied 10-10 game? Watch him run. Larry Anderson, good night. And here's Larry. Oh, there he broke it. And Larry Anderson goes all the way and wins the game. Wow. Wow. They had to kick the extra point. But a 17-10 win. So taking a look, Cleveland and Cincinnati. Cleveland ends up winning at 34-24. A solid football game all the way up and down the field. It was Brian Sipe looking much better than Ken Anderson. Sipe with 4 touchdowns and a 34-24 win. Dallas and St. Louis. St. Louis ends up winning. You knew that would happen. 594 yards for Dallas. But they had 3 turnovers, 2 lost fumbles, and a pick. Kurt Warner, 272 yards and a touchdown. Danny White, 35 of 50, 464. Wow. And 28-24. In that game, we'll see in the highlights at the very end how they did it. Again, a kick. And later on, 45 seconds to go. Kurt Warner to Azahir Hakeem. Warner, and there it is. And then that's it. 28-24. Dallas and Phoenix. Dallas wins by 2. Emmitt Smith, 123 yards rushing. And Phoenix really was competitive the whole game. They're the toughest 0-7 team you'll ever play. And Michael Irvin, it was 28-19, 28-26, 33-28. And Deion Sanders, 18-yard pass from Troy Aikman, 31 seconds to go. Baltimore and Houston. And Houston beat Baltimore 20-14. Warren Moon, 317 yards. They played a great game in Houston. And it was early on, 20-7 Houston. They converted the fourth down, and then this was Unitas' interception with under a minute. Earl Morrill, the interception, Donaldson, and that was it. Buffalo beats Miami 20-17. Miami and Buffalo. Buffalo, though, gets it. That was a huge win for Buffalo. I'm not exaggerating when I say it saved their season. Miami was up big, and then Andre Reed with 14 seconds to go to Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly, and that's the Reed. 20-17. Dallas and Washington. Dallas beat Washington 3 in a row for the 66 Cowboys. 3 in a row. And they're playing like a modern team. They're doing really well. It takes a little bit, and teams figure themselves out. They did here, 38-26. Was 14-2 Dallas. Then they lost the lead. Then they got it back on a 10-yard run. They scored again. They kicked the field goal, and that was it. The interception by Mel Renfro. Late in the game, Rippin under pressure. Good night. Minnesota and Green Bay. Green Bay is now a loss. There are no more undefeated teams. The Minnesota Vikings of 1969 showing their defensive ability. Nobody's doing anything. 4 turnovers for Green Bay. They threw 3 picks. And a 21-9 win. San Diego and Denver, watch this. Oh, 50-48, 98 points in this one. Was crazy. There was 1,004 yards in this game. 1,004 yards. It was crazy. It was San Diego there. Denver led. They led 34-17 in the third, 44-27 in the fourth. Then they kept scoring another field goal. And a 9-yard pass from Dan Fouts. And they kicked the extra point, so that was it. 50-48. So Dan Fouts in the achievements. 5 300-yard passing games. That's tough. That's tough. 50-48. San Francisco and Minnesota. Minnesota 39-30. A lot of yards here. And quite frankly, what a game. As Minnesota led 10-7 early, 23-10, 36-17, 39-24. They scored. They couldn't. I don't get it. Why they went for the run on 39-30. An extra point would have done it, but pulled it within 1, but who knows? I guess they knew they needed the 2-point conversion. No, that any time. So get it now. I get it. You need a 2, so you get it now. And if you miss it, you see if you have time to get it. The league leaders, the ratings, we have all these quarterbacks. But Kenny Stabler, 20 touchdowns, 3 picks. Dan Marino at 84, Miami had the week off. Wow. Rushing, Barry Sanders is 1, Earl Campbell is 2. Receiving, Irvin with 57. Total yards from scrimmage, Barry Sanders, he was shut down today. Spielman with the tackles, Randall with the sacks, Orlando Thomas, Lonnie Young, and Larry Brown with the interceptions. Anybody with 2 touchdowns? No. The kickers, Gary Anderson and Raul Alegre, are still perfect. The punters, and Tom Ruin is still the best. Kick returners, Don Beebe. He has a touchdown. Tony Horn for St. Louis, 2 touchdowns. Punt returners, and Brian Mitchell with 2 scores. That is incredible. Taking a look at the teams in the standings in the Florio division. St. Louis is 6-1 now with a 5-game winning streak. Cincinnati lost. They're 6-2. Buffalo is 4-4. Houston is 3-5. In the Bozeman division, Detroit is 4-4. Houston is 2-5. They're only a game back. Miami and Dallas are still fighting. What a horrible loss for Dallas. In the Cyro, 3-2-9. Chicago, 5-3. Oakland loses to the Steelers in gut-wrenching fashion. Dallas, 3 in a row. They're showing who they are, and Baltimore's falling. Super Bowl tournament division. Denver, 1. Minnesota, 2. San Francisco, a shock. They lost 2 in a row. And San Diego, close, but no cigar. They lost 5 straight. In the Griggy division, New York is 1. Oakland is 2. If Oakland gets in, look out. Kenny Stabler's the best right now. Now, Red Sox fan, New England is 1. Cleveland is 2, but here comes Green Bay. Don't count them out. In the Bob Stokes division, Dallas is 1. Minnesota is 2. And they seem pretty set. It's just seeding there, but let's see. Washington, a heartbreaker today. They're 1-6. The Slavic division, Green Bay loses 1. The Steelers have won 3 in a row. Miami is 3-4. Washington is 4-4. They lost 1. So we got to see how this goes. Will it just snap back and everybody near 500? Or there'll be teams that pull apart. Next week, we'll take a look. Miami and Dallas, 2 hot teams. Pittsburgh and Baltimore, Washington and New York, Houston and Dallas, Green Bay and Houston, Phoenix and Cleveland, Green Bay and Chicago, Oakland and New York, Minnesota and San Francisco, Dallas and San Francisco have 89. Washington trying to win against 82 Miami. New England against Dallas, and there's the game. Minnesota and Denver. Oh, that'll be a game in Mile High Stadium. And Buffalo and St. Louis. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you next week. It should be a good one.